And we're back. Hello gamers, thank you for joining me, Doompastry, here for Frog Fractions Part 3. If you didn't join us for our last playthrough, Frog Fractions becomes a text adventure, as you can see on your lovely computer monitor. Yeah, so actually let's get right to it. Is that it? The rumbling seems to have stopped, and you feel the intense downward pressure let up. After a moment, you calm down enough to start taking in your surroundings for the first time since a seemingly dormant vessel sprang to life. Command Module. The walls of this circular room curve to meet at a point that must correspond to the curved nose of the outer hull. Lining the walls, you see a porthole, a glowing display, and a control deck. A ladder leads aft. If you don't know how to get started, type help and press enter. Well, sir, I do know how to get started because this isn't my first text adventure rodeo, damn it. What next? Uh, in text adventures, you generally want to just look around the room first thing you can. Actually, that's exactly what comes up in the main description. So, alright, let's look at other things. We have a porthole, a glowing display, and a control deck. Look. Porthole. Through the porthole, you can see the background of stars shifting as the ship gently spins. The constellations are all unfamiliar to you. I know about space. Kind of. Not really. Alright. Look. Display. A glowing green display shoots a map of the galaxy with a destination you don't recognize marked in an ETA of about 3,000 years. Looking closer, you see two on-screen buttons labeled Route Details and New Destination. Look. Buttons. Look. Details. The Route Details button pulses softly as though it wants to disclose some details really badly. Alright. Look. New Destination. The New Destination button pulses softly as though it's just as sick of the current route as you are. Darn tootin'. Alright. Look. Look. Control deck. Look. Control deck. Desk, damn it. The control deck consists of an array of switches and a pair of joysticks. Let's hope you never need to override the ship's autopilot, because these are definitely not frog joysticks. Something's telling me that I'm going to have to override the autopilot. Alright. Look. Ladder. Ladder leads aftward into the ship. Climb ladder. When I see a ladder, I like to climb it. Captain's quarters. This looks like an all-purpose living area. A sleeping pod sits next to a nightstand. A ladder leads to the fore. An oriental rug lies in the center of the aft wall. Yeah, just in case you guys haven't figured this out right now, this is probably going to be the very text-centric portion of Frog Fractions, so not much way in the way of a visual adventure. So bear with me. Enjoy the ride. Okay, look. Rug. This decorative oriental rug sits in the center of the room. Looking at it more closely, it doesn't quite lay flat on the floor. There's a significant dip around the middle. Look. Dip. You dip, I dip, you dip. I only understand as far as look. Look. Middle. Look. Rug. Get rug. Moving the rug, you discover a recessed hatch below it. Your score has gone up by 2/5 of a point. Alright. Finally, everything's working out for me and my family. Let me see. Look. Hatch. The hatch is sealed tight. A spoked wheel protrudes from the center of the hatch. Look. Wheel. Open hatch. You have to work it a bit, but after you give the wheel a few spins, the hatch pops open. I see. Okay. Let's see. Go in hatch. It's just going to take step by logical step here. Engine room. Nearly every surface in this room is covered with a sticky pink goop, which seems to be thicker near a gray machine sitting in the corner. A hole in the wall exposes a nest of wires. There's a hatch leading back to the captain's quarters to the fore. What next? Pink goop, you say? Machine sitting in the corner, you say? Those might be clues. I sense a clue. Nearly every surface in the room. Look. Ooh. A thin coating of sticky pink goop covers every surface of the room. What next? Get goop. The goop is stuck to the surfaces. Cook machine. The machine consists of a spigot aimed at a flat platform. A handwritten sheet of paper has been hastily taped over the base of the platform. What next? Book paper. This is the out-of-order note included in your game package. You tricky bastards. Funny. Okay, that's a throwback if any of you are too young to really mess with text adventures back in the day. Oftentimes, game developers would hide little portions of, let's call it, things that you need to do in order to progress in the game. They would hide things like that in manuals, give you links to the just emerging internet websites, as they call them, for little clues as to how to progress in the game. And this information you would have to find out in ways that were not given to you just because you purchased the game. You know, not in the game itself. So you could be screwed out of progress. Great. Fun times. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, get paper. You rip the note off, leaving a fluttering piece of electrical tape behind and revealing a control panel. Okay. See, it's all context clues, people. Context clues. Electrical tape, you say? Get tape. Taken. Bam. All right. Look. Control panel. Most of the control panel is rendered unusable by the sticky pink goop. You see a row of what looks like radio preset buttons, all but 2 of which are stuck. There's also a big red lever. None of these are legibly labeled. Look. Buttons. 2 of these preset buttons look like they're not completely ruined by the pink goop. The rightmost one is depressed and the left one is raised. Look. Right button. Nope, that didn't help. Okay. Press button. The raise button clicks into place and the previously selected button pops up. Local currency, says a robotic voice. Sounded kind of like a Dalek. Someone call the doctor. Right. Pull lever. The machine whirs. Dispensing local currency, a voice says. A thick stream of Zorkmids shoot out of the faucet, bounce off of the flat platform, and scatter around the room. Zorkmids, huh? Look at the room. Yep. Progress to the original description in the room. Uncountable Zorkmids drift about the room. Get Zorkmids. You spend a few minutes gathering up the scattered Zorkmids. Your score has gone up by 1/3 of a point. All right, finally. Look hole. Peering into the exposed machinery, you see what looks like an empty coffee can that you're guessing doesn't belong there. Get can. You twist the can and it eventually comes loose, but you've ripped the insulation off of an adjacent wire in the process, and it begins sparking as it comes into contact with an adjacent strut. You glance down at what you've taken. Huh, it really is a coffee can. All right. Oh, just nothing comes closer to home. Next. Look in can. An empty coffee can. Look. Machine. The machine consists of a spigot. Blah, blah, blah. Push button. The raise button clicks into place and the previously selected button pops up. Mom's speciality, says a robotic voice. Okay, so last time all of these Zorkmids spat out everywhere because we didn't have anything to catch them, and I'm thinking that this empty coffee cup that we got probably needs to go under the spigot. Look, machine. Okay. Platform, flat platform. Clue. Okay, put can on platform. You place the can below the spigot. Damn, I'm good at text adventures. All right. Pull lever. Dispensing mom's speciality, the machine says. A thick stream of pink goop streams out. It mostly gets everywhere, but the coffee can does end up filled. You grab the can. A few drops land in your mouth, and you recognize the flavor. Bacon milkshake. Atmospheric anomaly detected. Atmospheric anomaly detected. A different voice said. Oh, wait. Atmospheric anomaly detected, a different voice says. A whirring sound ensues, and the bulk of the goop is sucked into invisible vents, leaving just enough goop floating around to be gross and annoying. Atmosphere purified, the voice said. Wait. Atmosphere purified, the voice says triumphantly. What next? I apologize to any of my stereotypically Jamaican viewers if that offended you. What next? Nearly every surface in this room, blah, blah, blah. Wait. Look. Cup. The cup is, okay. Get cup. You already have that. All right. Look. All right. So let's go back to the captain's quarters. Climb ladder. Oh, wait. We're in a hatch. Go in hatch. Captain's quarters. All right. Look. This looks like an all-purpose living area. A sleeping pod sits next to the nightstand. Okay, nightstand, sleeping pod. A ladder leads to the floor. Okay, we already know the ladder. Look. Pod. The sleeping pod looks like a bed with the lid, but you have to assume it's got some sort of suspended animation functionality. Right? There's a hole on top, next to a gauge reading empty. Hole on top. Okay. Look. Hole. Look. Gauge. Okay. Put can up. See? Okay. Sometimes you can just guess and then it'll give you clues automatically. You'll have to be more specific as to what you want to do with a can of pink goop. Put can in hole. You bring the can close to the hole, and the hole sucks the pink goop right in. The nearby gauge fills up. Your score has gone up by 9/2 of a point. I think I'm up around to like 4.5 points right now. All right. Okay, look. Nightstand. The nightstand offers a single drawer, which is closed. Open drawer. You open the drawer, revealing a thick manual. Oh, okay. That's what they meant by the game manual. You tricky bastards. Get manual. Get manuel. Taken. Read manual. It's a manual for the navigation computer in the command module. Oh, excitement. It's a manual for the navigation computer in the command module. After leafing through it, you feel confident you understand how to use the interface well enough to set up a route back to Bug Mars. Get your ass back to Mars. Your score has gone up by 2.125 points. 2.125 points. 6.7 points right now? I don't know. Okay, what next? Look. Okay, control room. Let's get back to that control deck or whatever. Climb ladder. Command module. Look. Control deck. Desk. God, I'm still fucking doing that. The control deck consists of an array of switches and a pair of joysticks. Let's hope you never need to override the ship's autopilot, because these are definitely not frog joysticks. I think I need to override that ship's autopilot. Let's command with those not frog joysticks. All right. What next? Look. Wait, there are buttons. Press new destination. You definitely plot a course back to Bug Mars. The engines roar and you feel the G-forces shift. The ETA reads 57 3/5 years. Huh. You run a diagnostic and determine that the vast majority of the time is going to be spent going through bug customs. Luckily, you can sleep through most of it. Your score has gone up by 3 1/3 points. What next? Okay. Oh, sleep. Okay. You can sleep through most of it. So, look. Okay, nothing changed. Okay, let's go back to the captain's quarters. Climb ladder. Captain's quarters. A sleeping pod. Get in pod. You try to sleep, but you can't. The bare wire loose in the engine room might start a fire. Oh, jeez. Okay, look. Okay, go in hatch. Engine room. Look. Hole. There's a bare wire in there sparking and makes contact with an adjacent strut. Get wire. That's not something you can carry around. Oh, wait, the tape. Electrical tape. Put tape on wire. You wrap the tape around the bare wire, insulating it. Your score's gone up by 1 2/3 points. All right. What next? Climb ladder. Go in hatch. Get in pod. Bam! You lie down in the sleeping pod, close the lid, and drift off, secure that in 57 and something years you'll return to Bugmars, a wealthy frog. When you wake up, you're clearly not in your sleep pod. You excuse me. You blearily glance around to get your bearings, and you appear to have been sleeping on a heart-shaped bed covered with roses. Okay. A voice comes from the next room. Awake already? A wispy human figure in a bathrobe and crown walks in. She bends over and kisses you on the nose, and suddenly you feel your body shifting. Yay! She laughs and claps, and you realize that you've been transmogrified into a human form. I gotta say, this is exactly where I expected this to go. Okay, press space to continue. Okay, yep, everything's in order. I have a human head. I'm assuming a picture of the developers. I have no tongue other than an abnormally long human tongue. Watch out, man, they're eating your fruit, says the chick. Oh, God. The Butterfree got psychic blast. You wake with a start. What a horrible dream. You call your friend, Draggy the Flying Dragon, just to talk to someone. Yellow, Draggy says. I just had the worst nightmare, you explain the situation. I'm not sure that a support group for human bug eaters is really going to get much of a following, Draggy ponders. Maybe if we drummed up a little publicity first? I know just the PR agency. 5 minutes later, Draggy shows up at your door dressed to the nines. He tosses a frog tuxedo at you. Put this on, babe. We're running for president. All right, press space to continue. Excuse me. Candidate Hop, what say you to the allegations that you are not a natural-born citizen, that you're under 35, and that you are a frog? Oh my. Dance, dance, revolution. You know what, guys? I'm going to end the video right there. Thank you for watching Frog Fractions Part 3. Tune in for Frog Fractions Part 2, or Part 4, Part whatever we're on. This is Doompastry. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Be good to each other.